Good day. So I am getting bombarded with wholesalers and buyers who want to get great deals. And my business is really not around, the good deal department. I have 30 listings and I was hired because I have a pattern of getting more than what things may be arguably worth. So if you're looking for a great deal, it may very well be I'm not a good source for good deals. But there are deals out there in the market. So let's talk about the market. I'm going to use Pasco County because Pasco is where you're going to get better deals over Pinellas and Hillsborough. We could go north to Hernando and Citrus, but for right now, there are 4,434 properties, residential properties available in Pasco County. If you watch this down in the corner, I'm pointing, but you can't see me. There's 1,208 pendings, which is actually not a very good number. And then I do the 30-day solds by doing -7, -37. And this will give me a really good view of what the 30-day solds are going back 7 days. 1,269 is not a great number. Now, the question is, what's a good deal? How do we determine if there's a good deal? And it's easy to figure out within the whole market what was the best deal. Now, the best deals right now are in the flood zones. Now, I'm not an advocate of buying in the flood zones, but if you do buy in the flood zones, you're going to see that you'll get a better price. 86 properties sold in flood zones in this 30-day period. So let's look at it. The best priced product was this one. They were asking $109 and it sold for $87. Another flood home, $110,000. It sold for $110,000. 114,000 sold for 110,000. This home was 3.5 feet underwater. 3 feet underwater. 160,000 sold for 125,000. All of these homes flooded. All the cheapest deals, Green Key Estates, 138 sold for 132. Now these are MLS deals. The best deals on the market are not going to be MLS deals. The best deals on the market are what's called direct to seller. There's no wholesaler, there's no realtor, there's no middleman of any kind. So if you want the best deal, do not call realtors because they're going to give you that same list. And this is the list right now of those who got the best deals in the market. Mill Pond, 150 grand, sold for 150 grand in 0 days. Okay, well, nobody wants to know what they missed. What they want to know is, what can I buy now? What's the best deal in the market? In the flood zones, there's 611 properties right now if you're willing to buy a flood house. 79.9. It's a short sale. Short sales have its own little challenge when you do a video on short sales. Gulfside Villas, Coral. This house was probably 4 feet underwater, and it sure is mobile home-ish. And look at this. It's on the water. This has got to be on the other side of the bridge at Old Dixie. Let's take a look. Yeah, here's the bridge at Old Dixie. This is a real challenging endeavor to get under this bridge. You've got to have a low boat and a very low draft, and you can only go during certain tides. But if you want to sit on your backyard, the mullet and the maybe redfish, tarpon, maybe not manatee, but maybe manatee, because they can get under the bridge when the tide is really high, because they're not going to hit the bridge. But anyway, this is $95,000. It's been on the market for 11 days. Green Key Estates, 3 and 4 feet underwater, $97,000. Driftwood Isles. Well, what the heck? This is a great neighborhood. This must not be on the water, and as we see, it is not on the water. It's right here between Driftwood and Seaview. Very nice neighborhood. These are all great waterfront properties here. Very nice along the river here. But this property, $109,000, motivated, cash only, did receive flood damage. And is it worth looking at? Let's look at it. This is a very familiar site. And there you go. Now, if you don't know about the 50% rule, which is 49% in Pasco County, you really need to do your homework. I'm not a fan of selling flood homes. I make offers for you, but I'm not advocating that this makes sense. These homes all flooded terribly in the 1993 no-name storm. They flooded during Ian. They flooded during um, Helene. Was devastating, devastating flooding. Let's keep moving forward. $120,000. And let's look at the location. Yeah, this all of this was 4 feet underwater. Terrible, terrible flooding. Just an amazing storm. We really want to see what I want to see is I want to see an animation of what happened during Helene. It was a remarkable, remarkable storm. We had little or no wind, and yet the water just kept coming. It just kept coming. That storm was 100 miles offshore, pushing a massive wall of water inland. All right, so as I said, I'm not an advocate of buying these properties. You can buy them. I will help you make offers, but I am not going to say it's a good idea. And if you know about the buyer's broker agreement and the lawsuit, if you don't, on this YouTube channel, you'll find a discussion of it. All right, here's the non-flood zones. This is $49,900 for a 1-1. It's an auction property, so this price isn't even real. Here we go. Investor special. This is the cheapest home that you can buy right off of MLS in the whole market of Pasco County today. So if you're looking for a deal, it's been on the market for 29 days. If you follow my content, you know all the good deals sell in the first week to 10 days. So if it hasn't sold in 29 days, it means a whole lot of investors looked at it and they chose not to pursue it. Yeah, this is $125,000 on the market for 1 day. Colonial Manor is a really good neighborhood. It's a really good location. It's not in a flood zone. It's east of 19. It has easy access to Pinellas County. Now this one's right there up by 54. So this is the neighborhood. No, this is Colonial Manor. I thought it was going to be Beacon Hills. Okay, here we are in Zephyr Hills. This is a frame house, mobile home looking, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's a frame house because that's what they're advertising. And this is $135,000. And sometimes well, I would say that's a nice carport. That's what I would say. This is $140,000. 1962, and I would have no interest in this property. Okay, here we go. Jasmine Heights, flattish roof, but it does have some incline there. It's not a flat roof, but it is 3 pictures. We're seeing the same ones over and over again. Just out of curiosity, this is $194 a square foot. It's a 744 square foot house. Forest Wood, great neighborhood. I mean, look at this property. So it's $155,000. It works out to $151 a square foot. You know, the buyers that I get, all these wholesalers, every time I put out a listing, I'm getting, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 offers from investors at 60% and 70% of the purchase price. Now, none of those buyers are going to find these to be attractive. $158,000 works out to $107 a square foot. That's the best deal we've seen on a price per square foot basis. If you're a retail buyer, and let's take a look at this. So they're only offering it cash, conventional, FHA, and VA. So this is, if you're a retail buyer and you've got a really low budget, if you're set up for down payment assistance, if you can get the $50,000 or $65,000 Pasco County down payment assistance money, if you're very low income and you're FHA approvable and you go through that down payment assistance house, you can get a house. Your payment is going to be based on $90,000. It's like the olden days of 2008. All right. Well, anyway, we've looked at 9 properties below $174,000, including this one. And if you have an interest in getting on an email list of these kinds of properties, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is on this site. Let's see if I can pull up my contact information just for the sake of this. Let's see. Here we go. Here's my contact information. If you have any interest in talking about real estate, getting on the list to receive opportunities, these, like I said, this is MLS. MLS is not the place to buy if you're a wholesaler, if you're looking for the best deal. If anyone asks you, how do I get the best deal on a property? The answer is direct to seller, which means don't call a realtor and don't call a wholesaler. Hey, I'm Randy Jenkins. I appreciate you watching my videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube site. Have a great day.